Right. Let's do this. What's happening, people? This is Jose Trujillo, the world's greatest living artist. Hope you guys are doing good. I'm here in my studio. We're gonna do a couple of works on paper. Maybe you guys can. Some of you have been asking me, Jose, how do you do this magnificent works on paper? People have been asking me that. So I have an MDF board that I use for that. This is just a 4 by 8 feet, 4 feet by 8 feet board that I just lean on the wall, and I use it to create some of the larger works on paper. Sometimes I do them on a table, but it's pretty much like that. So check it out. I'm gonna get one of my sheets right here. And when it gets cold, the tape starts ripping, so I might need to bring my heater this way. Give me a second. Before I look like a tryhard. Like a tryhard. Let's see if you guys can even see that. Yeah, I think you guys can see the whole paper there. So I get some of this tape, some of this painter tape, and I just put it on the corners like that, all around. Okay. Yeah, I need the heater this way. I'm just gonna put it over here right now. That's what I'm gonna do. Let me bring the heater, guys, so that I can have some heat while I'm talking about this. So otherwise, no one's going to. What's up, Constance? How's it going? Let me bring the heater this way. And we'll just take a second. Patience is a virtue. I have a heater right here. Plug in this side of the wall. There we go. All right, do your thing, heater. There we go. Put the other one in front of it. So if your tape is not working, it's not you. It's either the tape is really old, but my tape is not old. These are new tapes. It's either really old, but or it's very cold where you're at. And it's not like what is it, like Nebraska cold here? I'm in Arizona.
Arizona cold.
But it's Arizona cold. And Arizona cold is pretty cold, huh, Marcel?
Yeah, we're stuck in the valley.
It's cold with us. So this usually doesn't take me that long. But it did today. And so I just put some tape like that all around it. Okay? Put some tape, and then I get cardboard tape, the one that I use to send out my paintings. I get some of this cardboard tape and I cut a little piece so that it reinforces, especially if you're using water or whatever for your acrylics. I'm not gonna do an acrylic right now, but I do like to put reinforce it with this tape. Okay? I don't have to do it all over the place, but sometimes I do, and just little pieces. between the blue tape, just to grab the blue tape. It doesn't have to grab the paper. It shouldn't grab the paper because it'll rip it. And just like that. Then I'm gonna get some of my vine charcoals. I got some vine charcoals here from Windsor. Okay. This is a big one. I don't know if I should get a big one. Maybe I should get something smaller. Let me get some smaller ones. I got some smaller ones right here. I got some big ones, some small ones. And this is it, guys. This is how I just do some of the drawings that many of you have seen me do. I got some open. There we go. Little bind. That's all you need, just a little bind. And so let's do a little something. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do a little something. Just like that. I hope you guys can see this. Just like that. Now the trick the trick that I found, anyways, to get out of your own way is to do many. So what I found out is that if you do one or two, perfectionism is going to come in, and then it won't really let you work. Okay. Perfectionism will come in and they won't let you work. And so in order to get rid of that perfectionist thing, if I'm going to do, for example, me, right, I'll do one or two of these a day, just to warm up, just to play around. This is some of the stuff that I do. This is a 30 by 40 inches sheet of paper. It's like 44 inches, I think. 44 inches high and 30. But I call it 30 by 40. If I were to do this, if I was like, oh, I'm going to do some of this, I'd probably do about 20 of these ones in one day. If I was like, I'm just going to do this today, I do at least 20 of those. Why? Because that's where the gems come out. You know, if you do one or two, you're going to be, you can paralyze in there and be like, oh my God, oh my God. So I don't do that. I learned the hard way, but I learned. Don't go so fast. Take your time, but do one after another, one after another, one after another, and that really starts building not just confidence in your work, but it starts really, you start really going into finding those gems. Everybody does gems. Everybody has gems to show in their work. It's just a matter of getting them out. You know, every time you're creating artwork, you're mining. You're mining for those gems. You're mining for those gems every time you do artwork. You see, and you just kind of keep playing with it. Let me get closer so that way you guys can see what's going on closer. And you just kind of keep playing with it. There's no right or wrong way of doing this thing. So, you know, as long as you keep honoring it, you keep playing with it. A little climped-ish. Give me a little climped-ish. Almost looks like an opera actress. And just like that. And then I sign my name like that. Let me turn off my heater. Let's get close to it. I'm turning on my heater for a specific reason. I'm gonna spray it with some fixative. Oops, sorry. Let's see. Let me spray it with some fixative. And there's no reference needed for this. No, you can use references, but you know, and I say I often use references. I use references a lot. Yeah, just like any other artist. It's childproof. This is professional fixative for fine art. By Krylon. It doesn't yellow or stain or anything like that. I buy a lot of that stuff. I hate it. Somebody needs to invent a sustainable green fixative made out of eucalyptus leaves or some shit like that. I don't know. All you hippies out there, I know there's a bunch of hippies out there. Start coming out with something, guys. There's a need and a market for it. I know there's hippies. I know there's hippies out there who are listening. Let me put another one. Tyler said.
Aromatherapy fix it.
Yeah. Some of that fixative stuff. I know there's a bunch of hippies out there who are listening.
Make the fix it smell good.
Yeah. Let's do another one. Okay, because I'm like I said, you want to do a couple of them at least. So that when you have this idea, this mentality that I'm going to do a couple, your perfectionism goes out the window because you're like, I don't really care if I, you know, if one of them is not perfect. There's room for another one, and there's room for another one. And when you create with that mentality, I found out to be very, very, very empowering. It's very empowering to create with a mentality of I can lose one, you know. I can fuck one up. It's okay. I have that freedom. Let me turn on my heater again. How's it going? What's happening? Constance, Alicia, what's up? What's happening? I'm like, what's happening? What's happening, Claire? I see Claire right here. Okay, so let's do another one. Let me get closer to it so you guys can see what's going on. Let's do another one. Woo! I need a sip of that coffee, baby. Mmm. Très bien. So, yeah, so I'm going to do another one. So, watch out, okay? Watch out. Do another one. And I'm in that vibe of those little faces. So I'm gonna do another one right here. Let's even get it closer, that way you guys can see what's happening in that face. Oops, sorry my friends. I'm fucking things up already. I guess I can't, because I would have to move like the tripod and whatnot. Okay, well, bear with it. I'll get you closer to it once I'm finished with some part. Look how the face is made. Super simple. I'm not. Okay, so I'm in that mode of the mysterious right now. A little hat, the way my grandpa used to wear them. They're like fedoras, but they look like old army hats, but some interesting looking fedoras. And I always wore them like that. For some reason, I don't know why. I see those pictures of my grandpa wearing them like that. And again, right? The mysterious figure. All bundled up for something. I don't know where they're going. This is all intuitive stuff, guys. Okay, this is not this is not I saw it here, I took a picture of there. No, this is all intuitive stuff. This is all meant to free up some space in the mind and think of things from a different little perspective. piece of vine. Yeah, I love that machete. Machete strikes again. And again, right? We have a storyteller. I like to call it the storyteller. My mom used to call them preachers. So I like to call them storytellers. But, she used to call them any type of little bird, especially the singer, the singing birds, right? She used to call them preachers. She said that early in the morning, they're masters of gratitude. That's what she used to tell me. Look, early in the morning, they start giving thanks to God. They're masters of gratitude. They're trying to tell us to be grateful. I'm like, I think they're trying to mate, Mom. She's like, nope. The masters of gratitude. They're reminding you to be grateful this morning. They like to call them storytellers because they're telling you little stories. Almost looks like a pirate, right? This could have been like they call it a parrot. If I was a pirate, I would have a little pink parakeet. A little pink parakeet. I'd be like, arr. That's how mean and tough I am. I'd have a little pink parakeet right there. And just like that, and then, you know. I like that. I believe your mom. I love that. So, it's just very simple stuff. You know, nothing too cray. Very simple stuff. The whole thing is simplicity, my friends. Alicia Couric says, love the idea that perfection doesn't come and blocks your work. I'm always thinking here that the idea is not ready to go on canvas, and then nothing goes on canvas at all. Yeah, this is very true. This does happen. This does happen, so beware of that. Let's do another one. Let's do another one just for the sake of one more. And muchas gracias, Carlos. And there it is. So I turned off my heater here because I don't want the. Hey, what's up, Vivek? Hola. I don't want this to conflict, right? This with the heater. You don't want that to conflict with the heater. Oh, that causes enemies. And then that's it. Let's put another one up there. Now, I know you guys might not know about this, but a lot of this stuff is in my psyche since I was a kid. I remember seeing pictures of my grandpa, like that, with long coats, very long coats, and fedoras, and a lot of the stuff just is stuff that is in the psyche, that just sits there. And as you learn how to draw and you learn how to paint or whatever, it comes out in different ways. My dad used to tell me stories about the Mexican Revolution and what a lot of the men had to go through once they got older, because in most wars, right, there is no well, we're gonna take care of your PTSD and all that kind of stuff. So people had to deal with it in different ways. Sadly, my grandfather dealt with it with drinking, and so it reminds me a lot of those types of things. Let me get another one. I think I've told you guys this story. My grandpa was a child. They used to call them childs of the revolution. He was a little kid, and they used to get them running through the trenches, passing information to the captains and the people fighting. And so they did have to experience battle too. They did have to experience fighting, many of them. And I mean, this was a long time ago. It was a very long time ago. Those of you who know that I tell you some of the stories. Well, my dad's about 90 years old, and so his dad had to go through that when he was a little kid. What's happening? All right, let's do another one. Let's see what this one looks like. I'm gonna turn on the heater again, because can't do without the heater, baby. And then once again, here we go. There's no way to do it like that. Consequently, a lot of the drawings that I do, or the faces or whatever, the gestures, happen to be from old family photographs, which is where I got my foundation. Those were my references, right? Old family photographs were my references, my initial references. So I always go back to them, without meaning to. I think artists tend to do stuff like that. I do love drawing angels. I think angels are pretty kick-ass. If I don't draw angels, I'm gonna draw birds, because the whole idea that I've been cooking is that birds are, right? Birds are a form of messenger. They also represent, as well as butterflies, they represent the transcendence of of physical, right? Of gravity. So that anything that flies, that goes above, is transcending the weight of the world. And so that's pretty esoteric, pretty spiritual. Sipping some latte. Sipping some latte. And just like that. This one in particular, it reminds me of a picture that I had when I was growing up. I used to see this picture all the time. One of my brothers became my dad's brother became a priest. He became a priest from the French order. It was Catholic, but it was a French order by a priest named Lefebvre. And they still did masses in Latin. They still do. They kept that whole Latin stuff. And so when I was a kid, they used to make me recite, the whole Latin parts of the Mass, which was the whole Mass. Right? And so there I was, right, learning with a little book, until to the point that it was just second nature, right? Or it was, what do you call it, second nature? Is that what it's called? And so that's why I always play around. That's why I always joke around when I'm doing a painting. I'm like, "Nombre Patris Filis," because that was my upbringing. Just painted a cardinal. I love birds. Also, maybe an angel soon. It'll be in a while. Nice. That was a platinum statement about creatures with wings. Yeah. Yeah, winged creatures are like well, like I said earlier, my mother used to call them messengers of peace, but if you right? I think she was right, but if you pay attention to the deeper meaning of it, they're ascended masters. That's really what they are. Creatures with wings are ascended masters. They're no different than a Maharashi or a Jiddu Krishnamurti. No different. They're the same being. Or Saint Francis of Assisi, for those of you who are more on the Catholic side, like I was raised. Or those New Age people, for the New Age people, Annette Cartol. There you go. They're the same people. They're the same people. They don't hang out too much in their mind, which makes them very special. That's what the whole thing is about. That's why it's on the head. The whole enlightening thing, it's on the head because it means that it's empty. This is empty. And so the strive as an artist is to paint, maybe we don't live in this empty, in this holy area. We have a lot of talk, self-talk, negative bullshit, and your bills, your love, your do they love me? I'm a horrible person. I did bad things. They did bad things to me. All the bullshit that goes in the head. And what all these people, including the birds, are teaching you to go above this. Go above it. And so if you can't, try to paint from that place. This is why I tell people, hey, stop it with the references. Stop it with it has to look this way. It has to look that way. Because it turns into so much talk that you're not able to create. And so this is one of the reasons I say when creating artwork, it's important to create from the empty space. That's where the magic comes from. Of course, to most people I sound like a fucking idiot when I say this, but I found it to be the source of my inspiration. Grab from the empty. All right, my friends, there it is. Vivek says, I started singing when I paint. I love that. I mean, says Jose, I would love to listen to this while being psychedelics. I love that. Some of that, what do they call that? I've never done any psychedelics, but I heard of this. Man, this is my psychedelic. Where's my psychedelic? This is my psychedelic. This is my, what do they call that tea? People have been drinking that tea. What do they call that thing? Ayahuasca. Yeah. People have been talking to me about ayahuasca. Here, I'm going to show you guys my beautiful face because I'm fucking handsome like that. So I'm going to put this thing back. Just wanted to show you guys some of the stuff that I've been working on. And a little bit of how I approach the work, how I approach my day. That type of deal. I hope this was helpful and it was worth anything. Reach out for a cup. Now this is kid proof, you know. This is child proof. I can't open it. All right, so I'm gonna spray some of this stuff in there. I don't like it, but I have to do it. Sorry for the smell, Marcel.
That's all right.
There it is. Yeah, I keep a bunch of them. Look. Keep 3 or 4 of them. All the time. Here's another one. It smells no bueno. It smells like paint, right? But like a mechanic shop. I spray that thing, I start feeling like a mechanic. Nothing wrong with that, just not a mechanic. Paint. All right, my friends. This is Jose Trujillo. I'm gonna go and do some more work, but just wanted to show you guys a little bit of some of the stuff that I've been doing. And stay well. All right. If you guys have any questions, if you guys have any questions also on painting this way, my method, drawing or painting this way, I do offer classes, workshops for that. And you want to know, you want to find out more, let me know. Okay. Peace out, my friends. Take care. Much love. Adios.